going to be sitting on the rebounder with our hands behind us, with our fingers pointing towards us, and we're just coming into a reverse plank. And I'm lifting my body up and just holding that plank. I call it the reverse plank. And this is going to be stretching out your triceps and strengthening. Now I'm coming forward and going down a little bit. Just have to adjust myself. Notice now I have my arms straight and I'm just moving forward. I'm not bending my elbows at all. I'm just coming forward, and that's just really pulling and stretching on your triceps. A quick tricep stretch on each side. Have my hand in the same position, and now I'm just reaching over and then coming back down on the one side. Now I'm going to be bringing my arm up and then just holding that pose. I come up a little bit further. I push up with my glutes and just hold that pose. Now we're going to the other side. Oh, and I'm doing a little bit of a tricep dip to start. And we're just pulling over to the one side, and then I'm dipping down a little bit. And going back. Going back, and then over. Back, and then over. And when I end up holding that pose, when I'm holding it, you're going to really be stretching out your abdominal muscles and your obliques. Back of the arm stretch on each side. Forward and back, forward and back. going to do a little bit more tricep dip down, and I'm holding that. I'm holding that, and I'm stretching out the back of my arms, my triceps and my biceps, and strengthening them at the same time. Now I'm pulling one arm behind my back, and I'm turning my neck the opposite way. That's going to make your chest muscles feel good. So now we're going to be laying on our side. I have the bottom leg in the front, and I'm going to be coming up and then down, stretching out our obliques again. Now we're holding that pose. We're just going to hold that there just for a few seconds, and maybe it'll be 30 just to hold that pose. Now we're on the other side. We have the bottom leg up in the front, and we're just going to be coming over our head again. Now we will be holding this pose just like we did on the other side, really stretching out your oblique area. Now I have the front foot a little bit leg more forward, and I'm coming up and I'm kicking out. I'm coming out and I'm kicking out. I don't go all the way down, and I'm flexing my foot. That's working your core really, really well, and your leg, the one that's on the rebounder, really working. Now I'm on the other side, and boy oh boy, I struggled with this side. And it's because of my hip replacement, and I'm on that leg right now, and I'm lifting up off of it. I just really struggled with it, but I got through it. It was much easier on the other side. So I am just telling you that we have to work through things. If something's uncomfortable, we can still work through it, unless it really hurts, and we shouldn't be doing it. And just even holding my leg up like that, I really, really felt it in my surgical leg. Now we have our feet closer to the rim, and now we're sitting back. sitting back and just stretching out your glute muscle for 30 seconds. Now we're pulling back and then touching our knee down, and we're curving our knee down in to the mat for 10 counts and then stretching back. Now we are just holding back for 30 again. Now we're touching down with our knee. See, we're coming inward. We're coming toward the camera with that knee and then stretching back. Okay, now we're just leaning back in a semi-lunge and just really stretching that out and just really stretching your back arm and your back leg. Now we're stretching back on the other side. So we have our hands on the floor and we're kneeling on the rebounder, and I'm coming up and I'm just tapping the mat and then putting my leg in a semi donkey kick, I would call it, and I'm just tapping. You will really feel this in your quadriceps, and you will be strengthening and your quadriceps and stretching out your hamstrings and your glutes in this move. And now I'm just stretching back in a child pose, getting ready to do the other side. So we're going to be doing the other leg right now. sitting on the rebounder. We're coming out like we did when we first started. And I'm alternating sides and just coming up on each side. That's going to be working your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, your arms, your obliques, and your abs when you do the reverse plank. Okay, now we're coming out again. I have my hands on the rim. I have one foot crossed over the other, and I am doing tricep dips. Tricep dips. And now I'm just holding it. I come up and I'm just holding that pose. And that's really stretching out my triceps and strengthening them. Now we're on the other side. The other ankle is crossed over the knee, and I'm doing the tricep dips. And then I'll go into holding that pose again. I thought I'd throw in a few sit-ups. I have it so that my knees are hooked onto the rim as I pull up, so that's holding me as I come forward. And so you sit up, and when you go back, it stretches out your abdominal muscles too. Now we're going to do some circles, just 10 circles one way, and then I'm going to pause for a second and then do 10 the other way. Now we are getting toward the end, and I'm just stretching out my abdominal muscles. Stretching out my abdominal muscles, and this is really, and I found that when I hold myself a little bit forward and really push my thighs into the rebounder, that it stretched my abs out even more. This is going to stretch out your triceps and your biceps. I have to say my biceps were really, really sore today from the 3 that I did yesterday. So it's working my biceps along with my triceps and my shoulders. I really, really feel it. Now I'm just doing the cat stretch for our lower back and for our abdominals.